Hey guys, welcome back to G's Autos. Thank you so much for tuning in. You don't know, but we're about up to the 20th take on this one. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I know it's been a while since I've had an update for you guys on the Green Machine. Look, to be honest, the boys have been absolutely flat out with work, life, and everything else going on. They've been pretty busy. But they are pushing forward with the build. Another motor has turned up, brakes and other bits and pieces have turned up. They're looking at a whole bunch of other bits and pieces to go onto the build. They've started sanding back the engine bay. Everything in the front end has been taken out, including the crossmember suspension, all that kind of stuff. So, guys, in this episode, we're going to have a look at a closer look at the crossmember, which we couldn't do last time because it was in the car. We're also going to have a look at the specs on the rims, so you can see what is required to basically fit around the large brake upgrade. And we're also going to take a look at the diff and a sneak peek at the new engine, which is still the same kind, SR20DET. So we'll get into that now, guys. All right. Thanks heaps, guys. I really do appreciate your patience. I know some of you guys have been asking questions about suspension, brakes, diff, all that kind of stuff. More details are coming along with this build as technical, bits and pieces change as they work through what's required. All right, guys, enough out of me, enough babble, and let's get into today's video. All right, guys, so here we are. Here's an update on what's been happening with the car. So the engine bay has been sanded back and just basically beginning to iron out the imperfections. With the paintwork and the panels and things like that. So I just want to give you guys an update on that. Obviously there's still a fair bit of work to get done in here, but this is, like I said, this is just a first round at getting the engine bay up to scratch. Now the cross member and all the up front bits and pieces have come off. So what I'm going to do now is just have a look at the crossmember, have a better look at that one, guys. We only really briefly went over it last time on one of the videos. Alright, here's the crossmember that came out of it. Now this has been modified to take the SR20. Now, I honestly thought it may have been a fully remanufactured crossmember, but it looks like it's the original one, and basically the adapter plates to mount the crossmember to the block have been removed and changed. So that's just what I honestly thought. I thought it would have been built from scratch, but apparently not. Now these control arms are no good. These are the stock control arms, as far as I know, originally for the 1200, and they will need to come off for a beefier setup. Obviously to take bigger brakes, ball joints and things like that, and obviously suspension. So I thought I just want to give you guys a better look at that, because I know some of you guys are really interested in all these little modifications and bits and pieces. So what we're going to do now is take a look at the rim and get a better look at that. Alright, here is obviously the outside of the rim. Okay, now what we're going to do, I've got obviously one of the rims that have come off the front. I'm going to flip it over and we're going to have a look at the other side. Now these rims were specifically chosen, not these rims intentionally with the design, they just happen to have the right design the guys wanted, plus they also had the right specs. So these rims are a 17x7, hopefully you can see that okay. Now that PO21, I'm guessing that means positive offset of 21, 210 mil. So that's giving the guys a deep enough dish to be able to fit around the bigger brake setup and everything else that's going on in the front end. So I didn't get an opportunity to show you guys this last time because the rims were on the car. So I thought you might appreciate having a look at these settings on the rims. Obviously there's some other numbers there, not too sure. I'm guessing that's a manufacturing date, 1306. And obviously the weight load that each rim can handle. Alright guys, what we're going to do now is crawl under the car and have a look at the diff setup. Alright guys, what we're looking at is a stock Datto 1200 diff that was originally in the ute. Now, I've been told that these diffs, as standard, can handle up to 600 horsepower. That's what the guys have told me. They're a very capable diff. So this is the same style diff that will be going in it. As you know, there is a diff that's been sent off to the speed shop to get all the brakes set up, put onto it. That is still down there. Not too sure when that is going to be completed and returned to the guys. But once that is back, I will run through the full brake setup and any suspension changes with you guys. Okay, so I just thought I'd give you guys a look at underneath the car, the diff, what diff will be going in it. And like I said, we will have a better look at the brake setup and everything once that diff is back from the speed shop. Alright, now the boys did source another motor, SR20DET. This one apparently has less kilometres on it. It is in a bit better condition. So this is the one at this stage that's going in the car. Now what I mean by at this stage, we all know with custom builds and things like that, technical stuff can change, but an SR20DET is going in the car. So there's a whole bunch of, let's just say, technical stuff that does need to be sorted with the motor, but that will get done, and you guys will be filled in on all those tech details as we move along through the project.